Sign, Store, and More, E-Shirts Direct. There's a little logo on your shirts. She does a great job. Mercury Marine and Volvo Penta. So thank you for all our sponsors. Also, a great hand for everybody at Old Bahama Bay. They've just been fantastic. The facility is great. Naturally, also, I have to insert my place up the privates of my boss and say the greatest boss in the world to work for, Mitch Molessi and his beautiful wife, Judy. Thank you.
Put in for a raise on Monday.
And the greatest customers and friends that we could ever hope for, and that's all of you. Give yourselves a big round. Now, some time ago, when we chose this destination, we were introduced to an organization called We Can. It's an acronym. It stands for West End Community Action Network. And they do some beautiful things, and Harold will tell us a little bit more about that. Sean, you people in this group tonight have together chipped in and given a gift to the We Can organization. This gift is 3 HP laptop computers, and Harold will tell us about how they're going to be used. But thank you guys for doing this. They really need it out here. And Harold, why don't you tell us a little bit about We Can?
He said he could speak better than you.
I would be happy to, Scott. Thank you very much. We Care is an organization that Jared, who is the proprietor here at the Tiki Bar, is very instrumental in bringing about. He was also the chairman for local government for 2 terms, which was 8 years. And from that point on, it just escalated to everything that he could do to empower this side of the island and the community to make a difference. He is really an incredible person, and I'd love to claim him as my nephew, which he is. I'd like to think I taught him everything he knows, but he won't agree with that. But I'll just tell you a little bit of the organization. A few years ago, how this came about was we had a real disaster of a situation at the West End Public School where we had lost like 10 computers, a lot of work that needed to be done to the school, along with our old folks' home, which we have here. You know, I just turned 61, folks. You know, it's great. It's a great place to be at, isn't it? You know, we all have to realize at some point in time we lose that youthful something, you know. And even though we would like to be strong and take care of ourselves, sometimes we need a little bit of help along, you know. So this organization also has a food delivery. Once a month they deliver grocery bags to the elderly and the unable, or just people that need assistance. Going back to the school, we have about 120 kids in our West End public school sector. 2 of these computers will be donated to that school. And as you know, all of the kids today are so computer literate. I don't know if they can do anything without a cell phone, a computer. I'm almost afraid for them, you know. I buy a bubbler for $50. I don't text, I don't WhatsApp, I don't do any of those things. But you know, the young kids today, they're into everything, you know. We also have, with our church, which is St. Mary's Magdalene, we also have where we provide clothing, back to school items, and so many things that are the necessity. You know, this is not something we do to raise money to put in our pockets. You know, we're all employed here and make such a great salary. Whoa. Okay, you know, I'm still a bit of a comedian too in the midst of everything. But definitely the organization has grown over the past 5 years, and Jared is so happy to be not just a part of it, but to have been instrumental in bringing it about, that it makes all of us very proud, and it has united all of us to a point where we're a family who supports this little organization, because we were all born and raised here in this neck of the woods, and it's such a great place. We can still go to bed with our back doors open. You can't do that in a lot of places. So it's a very united community, and I'm sure you would have felt some of that from the staff in here, and just the way that we are. So I just want to say on behalf, again, of the SunDance Marine, Scott, and the wonderful organization that would have put this together, along with you folks that would have contributed to bring this about, we want to say we know where your hearts are, and we want to send our appreciation and our love to all of you. So I want to say a very heartfelt thanks. Thank you all so much. All right? I'm going to turn you back over to Scott now. And, you know, I just also want to remind you, we don't want you to run off, because coming up in about maybe 25 minutes, if you've not ever done Carnival in Rio or Trinidad, Mardi Gras in New Orleans, we are creating tonight our own Junkanoo Carnival, just for you folks. We're going to have about a group of 40 young men and women who will be rushing out here in about 25 minutes. You are going to have to, this lady over here is very musically inclined. I've watched her moving and just jiggling and just having herself such a great time. Wait until the Junkanoo gets here. You're going to stump your feet, clip your fingers, just gyrate your hips. It's such a wonderful experience. So we don't want you to go anywhere for a little while. You know, you enjoyed your meals? Wonderful. The bar is still open and available to you. You want you to sit back, relax for a little bit. And in about 20 minutes, it's going to be Junkanoo. Scott, are you ready?
Hey, you guys, thanks again. Harold, thank you. You guys did this for them, and I think it's a beautiful thing. Thanks very much. A little bit of housekeeping. We've been talking a lot about tomorrow's departure. The consensus is that we're going to target an 8:30 a.m. departure. Knowing that it'll probably stretch a little bit, hopefully not. We want to try to get back, beat some of the afternoon thunderstorms. Everybody on board with that?
Yes.
Okay, terrific. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but thanks again, you guys. And please don't go away. This Junkanoo is going to be a lot of fun. Have a good evening.
Now, we weren't sure that Jared would have made it because there's so much going on. There is a Gombe festival going on into the Western Village right now, where there's probably about 400 to 500 persons, you know. But this is so important and so near and dear to him that he dragged himself away from all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would give for me a big round of applause, let's give it up for my nephew, Mr. Jared Rowe. And this is the man, as I mentioned earlier, who's been so instrumental at his age in helping to make all of this happen. Once again, thank you all so much. We're going to turn you back over to our fantastic in-house band, Little Joe and Trouble. Let's take it away, Joe.